Alessandro Speciale, Bloomberg News. Mr. President, in January, you outlined 4 criteria to describe the sustained adjustment path of inflation. Could you give us a progress report, how far you feel you are in fulfilling each one of those? And there has also been a debate about introducing a small change to the forward guidance that is removing a clause that says that you are still ready to lower rates if needed. And if I'm not mistaken, this clause is still in place. So could you explain to us why and if there has been a debate on this passage? Thank you.
Thank you. Well, let me give you the substance of the discussion we had at this Governing Council. And in so doing, I'll also answer your points. The first, it's actually been built, if one wants to summarize it, it's been built on 3 blocks. The first one is the acknowledgement of success. Namely, our monetary policy has been successful. And let me give you just a few numbers of why we say that and how do we measure this success. Since 2015, real GDP growth has been steady at between 0.3 and 0.6% quarter on quarter. The Economic Sentiment Index in February this year is the highest since 2011. The PMI Composite Output Index, this again February 2017, is the highest since April 2011. The unemployment rate in January was 9.6. It's the lowest since May 2009. Employment-wise, well, I said last time that in the last 3 years, 4 million jobs being created. Now, in fact, it's more than 4 million jobs because there's been a revision in the number of employment figures in Germany of recent. So it's even more than 4 million. And by the way, incidentally, in just giving you these numbers about employment, let me add that those who had doubts about the equity of our asset purchase program are being answered, because the most equitable measure of all is to create employment and to decrease unemployment. The recovery broadened further in the last quarter last year across sectors and across countries. And the interesting thing, which is continuing, I think I remarked about that last time, is that the dispersion of value-added growth across countries reached an all-time low. In other words, countries seem to grow more together. An all-time low since 1997. If we move to inflation, I would say that risks of deflation have largely disappeared. Market-based inflation expectations have increased noticeably, also those at longer-term horizons, even though they are still below the level that is considered to be adequate for pronouncing victory on the inflation front.